God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yesterday marked the beginning of a new era for Bronson Reed. I was actually at Saturday night's main event, and I was actually caught by surprise by the fact that Bronson Reed got in this group. And I can't explain to you guys how perfect it is. It was something that was unexpected. I'm glad that the dirt sheets didn't get their hands on it, and I thought that it was actually a good thing for the WWE. So I was actually excited to see Bronson Reed out there. What didn't make sense was that we just saw this like about 8 to 9 months ago.
He said he was done being disrespected. Tsunami!
And that right there, it was really hard to understand. I know some people online are saying that they're bonding over their hatred for CM Punk.
In trouble on the table. Tsunami through the...
Could be true. With that being said, great match, great start to the show. The atmosphere was up there. The fans were loud. They were enjoying this. Sami Zayn with a nice little callback to Sabu. May he rest in peace. That match goes on ahead. We get the Bronson Reed where CM Punk looks like he's about to get his hands on Paul Heyman, and Bronson Reed makes another statement with a tsunami from the top. So that right there, it kind of solidified him. And when Seth Rollins got Braun Breaker out the way and hugged Bronson Reed, it was a little wild. I think that Seth Rollins should have let that rock out just a little bit more because the fans were just getting into it. Then they followed up with Zelina Vega and Chelsea Green. I'm not even going to talk about this match. That 619 was atrocious. Left Chelsea Green with a bloody nose. It felt like this match was just thrown there because the IWC people on social media, people online were complaining, and they threw this in there, and I just don't think that it was a good match. I mean, all in all, though, I am a women's wrestling fan, but this match was not something that I was interested in. Shout out to Chelsea Green, man, because I feel like she should have the title around her waist as we speak. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Boy, oh boy, the stuff that went down during this match. You got Jesse Ventura just...
How do you win it going out the door? Well, that's the rules. You have to go over the top. About this speed.
Down talking it. I mean, this guy was on a roll all night. I had to go on social media and see what people were talking about. This guy didn't even know that you can escape the cage through the door. And yes, I get it that the cage is supposed to be, you know, this whole thing, and to some people it may not have any logic, but if your opponent is incapacitated enough, you shouldn't have to climb up the cage. You could walk out the door. This has been something for years, actually. It's not, you know, I know back then they used to climb out the cage, but you can still do that now, but I feel like we have seen more finishes with people just walking out the cage. So this isn't something new. Clearly, Jesse hasn't been watching the product enough to know that people can actually walk out of the cage. So that was fun and that was funny. I think that he's never coming back. But John Cena versus R-Truth. We got a glimpse of the old John Cena in this match. Brother, what was this? Honestly, I really wasn't a fan, if I'm being honest, of the match. Aside from R-Truth coming out with the red John Cena t-shirt, coming out looking like John Cena, I thought that was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. He comes out with the music, and I honestly, once I saw John Cena come out first, I was like, oh yeah. Me and Kenny Bomb, shout out to my boy, we were like, yeah, R-Truth coming out to that John Cena music, they probably didn't want to waste the pop. So that's all it was. But seeing John Cena in person during his retirement tour, during his last year, that was of course fun. But I'm definitely not a fan, you know, of what they're doing or what he's doing. I feel like he just doesn't feel authentic. He doesn't feel original. He doesn't feel like a heel. He's just not believable. And we got a glimpse of him holding the title, about to hit Truth with it, and he was like, nah, I can't do this. And then he hits a low blow on R-Truth, which I really didn't enjoy as much neither, to be quite honest. But I just feel like it's just unauthentic. And when we talk about unauthentic, you go to the Jey Uso and John Cena promo where John Cena is talking like this just villain. I'm just not a fan of it neither. Just talk like yourself, Cena. You don't gotta force it.
I'm glad you remember the last time we saw each other. I'm looking forward to the next time.
It almost seems like he's just in Hollywood. Like, what I like about wrestling is we all know it's acting. We all know it's pre-planned. Whatever the case is, I just feel that we need, you know, John Cena to, you know, just be yourself, bro. Like Thuganomics, that was fire. You know what I mean? I wish we kind of had a mixture of that with John Cena's heel turn. Like, this just feels off, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I just got to put it out there, man. I am hoping that, you know, a motive switches in John Cena. We get that turn there, but I don't know, man. John Cena's heel turn has just been super underwhelming. The match was cool. It was nice for the gimmick for Truth, and to see R-Truth getting to wrestle is fun too, because let's be honest, bro, R-Truth don't really get that much burn anymore nowadays. There's so much talent on the roster. R-Truth is just back there. So it was cool seeing him get a match against John Cena, even if it was a non-title match. So then we get to Jey Uso versus Logan Paul, and I'm not gonna lie, this match definitely had some shenanigans in it. I looked at my phone at the show and I'm like, it's 9:49. You're only giving Jey Uso and Logan Paul 10 minutes? You know, it was whatever though. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that went down. And this Jey Uso Logan Paul match wasn't bad. It was cool seeing Jey Uso go up the stairs. He was right by me, and then he started walking around. So that was dope. Shout out to Jey Uso. But again, it was a fun match. It wasn't bad. A lot of people, you know, they got their thoughts on Jey Uso. I'm not a Jey Uso hater, man. I like Jey Uso. So I thought that he actually put on a decent match. Then you got John Cena coming out to the aid of Logan Paul, getting the referee out of the ring. And I thought that that was cool, right? But as soon as that happened, light bulb went off. Cody Rhodes is going to return. And that's exactly what happened.
And here comes the quarterback!
The QB1, the quarterback, whether you like it or not, is back, and he got a huge pop. A lot of people say John Cena, you know, turned the fans against Cody Rhodes, which you can say that when they're in the ring, but the reality is the fans still love Cody Rhodes. The fans miss Cody Rhodes, and you can clearly see that when that was going down. So I personally thought that was fun to see. You know, I personally thought that, you know, when you look at Cody Rhodes, John Cena in the ring, and then we get that match that so many people have been teasing, John Cena and Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, and people are saying that Travis Scott may be involved in this match. Honestly, I would like to see Bad Bunny on the Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso side just to bring him back. You are going to LA, where that is going to bring in a huge crowd for Money in the Bank. But again, I feel like they're just stuck in this vortex, right, where they don't know, you know, what to do. I get bringing in Travis Scott for a match after everything that has gone down, but I don't know, man. I'm just personally not really a fan, you know, of this match. I feel like Jey Uso should be defending his title. John Cena should be defending his title, but we are now getting this. All in all, this was the best Saturday night's main event that we have gotten since the show came back, and I was glad to be there. Tickets were expensive, and yeah, man, I mean, it's just what it is when it comes down to the WWE, right? You're going to pay a lot for the tickets, lots of ads. I saw people complaining that it was virtually unwatchable. I wasn't watching from, you know what I'm saying, and when I got to watch it, I was able to watch it ad-free, obviously, because I was there. But, you know, I understand, man, like even sitting there and waiting for the next match, it was like, wow. And the fact that the main event only got like 10 minutes of match time, it makes you think like, you know, everything is all planned out again, but it makes you think, man, these ads got to chill out. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, great Saturday night's main event. One of my favorite ones thus far.